Suzie is backpacking across the country. Her ballpark tour continues. And you, Suzie Hunter, at the Suzie Hunter, got a chance to go see Coors Field and the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. What a amazing moment that must have been.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love Coors Field. I've been there a lot because I used to cover their AA team, the Rockies AA team in Hartford. But being there for the All-Star Game and the Home Run Derby was a whole other level. It was freaking awesome.
All right, now tell us a little bit about it. What were some of the moments, some of the cool parts about, because I've never been to a signature or jewel event is what they call them, stuff like that. So what are some of the things that were unique about going to a ballpark for a game as opposed to going to the ballpark for what you got to go to, the Derby and the All-Star festivities?
The merch is different. And also just like people from all over. I mean, like Coors Field in general, a lot of people are transplants in Denver. So a lot of people will wear different jerseys, but it was just all different jerseys. So I got to talk to people from all over the place, and everyone was so stoked to be there too because we didn't get to do this last year.
That's true. There was no All-Star Game last year. Now, the interesting part about this was the All-Star Game was originally supposed to be in Atlanta. It got moved to Coors Field, but by all accounts, they knocked it out of the park. They did an amazing job with this. And the Derby on Monday night was such a cool, unique event. Like Shohei Ohtani really kind of, bringing that out in the beginning. But Pete Alonso winning for back-to-back years. It had to be a pretty unique situation watching the Home Run Derby on Monday night.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool. I did not catch anything, unfortunately. I was like so convinced I was going to. But that was unreal. And also just a big Trey Mancini fan in general. So like seeing him do really well in that too made me so happy.
I like, the fact that you mentioned, you didn't catch any ball. Did you make it on the Jumbotron?
No, I did not. I made it on in Miami and I made it on TV in Philly, and I don't know, I keep trying to get on. I throw myself in front of every camera. We went to the celebrity softball game.
Oh, how was that?
I threw myself in front of every camera, but like I don't actually know if I made it on TV. I feel like someone would have texted me if I did, but I didn't get a chance to watch it after the Home Run Derby because I was doing other things after the Home Run Derby. But yeah, I don't think I made it. I feel like I probably would have heard.
All right, so the Derby on Monday night, and then the All-Star Game is on Tuesday night. Now, JT Realmuto hits a home run, so you had a little Philly love there. The first home run a Philly hit since 1981 in the All-Star Game. That's one. But tell us a little bit about the uniqueness of being at the All-Star Game, because I'm sure a lot of people in the listening audience have never been, and I've always wondered, like, is that something I really want to do? Is that something I really want to go to?
You know what? It was so cool. I didn't know, like, what I would think of it. I've never been to an All-Star Game before this either, but it was just insane to see, like, so much top talent that, I always like look out for. I love seeing what Vlad Jr. is up to, and then just getting to see him play with JT Realmuto, with Shohei Ohtani, like just everyone all in one game. I didn't realize I would love it so much. It was really cool.
So what are some of the you've been going to ballparks all over the country. We'll tell people about that here in just a minute. But what are some of the signature aspects of Coors Field? Because that's one that's on my list that I want to check out.
It's a beautiful park. The views are insane. The rooftop is really popular, but it's full of a lot of people who aren't even there to watch the game. So like that's like a whole different environment in itself. So there's something for everyone there. But my favorite thing about Coors Field, it's my favorite ballpark food. They have the best nachos. Specifically the nachos in section 110, but they're the best nachos that you can get in baseball, at least that I've had so far, and I've had a lot, but they do a green chili queso that is just like better than any queso you're getting at another ballpark.
Wait, so section 110 at Coors Field, you believe has the best, and by the way, for you listening out there, if you go to Suzie on Twitter, she's at the Suzie Hunter. It says ballpark food expert at nacho_scout. So you are a connoisseur of nachos, and you're saying that section 110 at Coors Field has better nachos than any other ballpark.
I stand by it. I will die on this hill.
Is there a close second on the East Coast that maybe we can find this summer?
You know what? I don't know if they're doing them this season, but the Phillies do helmet nachos with Bull's barbecue pulled pork on them. But again, like not every stadium has every concessions back. So last time I was there, I couldn't find them, but maybe they're back already now that Citizens Bank Park is back at full capacity. So don't quote me on it, but they've had them in the past, and those are really good too.
Now, I know at the Coors Field at the All-Star Game, you have, as you mentioned, you have a smorgasbord of fans out there, and apparently they let A-Rod have it the other night.
Oh my gosh, this was hilarious. So it's as we're all leaving, ESPN has their broadcast set up, and people are just chanting, J-Lo, J-Lo. And I was all about it because I'm Team J-Lo always. But then Big Poppy is like egging everyone on. I'm like, I am loving this dynamic. Let us all roast A-Rod. It was one of my favorite moments, I think, of the entire week.
Awesome stuff. So obviously tell the people, Suzie, thesuziehunter.com, what you're doing this summer and why you're doing this and how our listeners can get involved.
Yes. Okay. So I'm visiting all 30 ballparks. I'm road tripping it. I'm doing it in one season, and I'm doing it as a fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. The goal is 30K. I still have a long way to go. So to donate, you can go to thesuziehunter.com/MLB-road-trip. There's a link to the GoFundMe there. And if that was like too much of a mouthful to remember, you can just find me on social media. The link is right at the top of all of my different platforms, but I'm at the Suzie Hunter.
So no baseball this week. I'm imagining you have a little bit of a downtime after the All-Star Game on Tuesday. I'm imagining you used Wednesday, Thursday, and now today to try to jumpstart the second half of this trip.
Yeah, so I'm still in Denver right now. I did want to go to a proper Rockies game, but they're playing tonight, so I'll be back at Coors Field again.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so much baseball this week, but I did have a couple of days off from driving and from baseball, so that was kind of weird. I've just been like a regular person. But I'm going to be in Denver for another couple of days, and then after that, I'm heading to the Midwest and kind of kicking off the second half of this trip.
So then after that, I mean, how many games are you like fitting in a week now?
It depends on like where I'm driving to. Yeah, it all depends. But like I go to a few games a week.
Yeah. So like typically, you know, like you might do one early in the week, drive, and then catch one a little bit. So like 2 to 3 games, I guess, is about where you're at.
At least 2. Yeah. At least 2 games a week. So, but yeah, usually it's more like 3 or 4 games a week, but it all depends on like
nice.
How far I'm driving. And also, you know, once you're out like west, cities are much farther away from each other. Yep. So that kind of changes it all too.
Now, are you catching when you get to Chicago, Cubs day, White Sox at night?
No, because they're never in town at the same time. I have to go to Chicago twice.
Really? See, when I went to Chicago, Chicago, I got them both in the same week when I was there. This was years ago, though.
It's tough. It's really tough, so consider yourself lucky. I think there's one weekend in September where the Cubs and the White Sox are in town at the same time, but that doesn't fit into my road trip schedule, so I couldn't make that happen. So I'm visiting Chicago twice.
Now, did you look into doing Cubs day game, Brewers game at night? They're only about an hour apart.
That's a lot. That's a lot of driving. I would rather not rush from one ballpark to the other. Also, let's say I'm at, a Cubs day game.
True.
And it goes like 26 innings or something, and then I miss the drive.
See,
that's too risky.
What I thought you were going to say is, imagine I'm at the Cubs day game, and I went to the Cubby Bear before, and then the beer snake started happening. I don't want to drive to the Brewers game at night.
Exactly. I do want to get the full ballpark experience, and that usually includes a few beers. Let me have them.
Yeah, so who has the best beer selection?
The best beer selection? Oh, that's
because I have seen you tweet different beers at your Twitter from where the ballparks are. It seems that you've made a conscious effort to show people, hey, they've got this or whatever. So where have you been most impressed? Because I hear that San Diego has the best beer selection.
Every time I go to a ballpark, I do try to get some local brew that I haven't tried before. But I can't say that any one park has stuck out as having a wild beer selection. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. And also now I'm a little more excited to go to San Diego.
Yes. Now, because, for instance, when I go to Philly spring training in Clearwater, they actually have the beers of the world, the bar, which is called like World of Beers or Beers of the World or something like that. They have a really good selection in Clearwater. The Philly selection in Philly is not as good as it is in Clearwater. So those are the type of things that I'm looking for. But the Nacho Insight is really solid at Coors Field. Suzie Hunter is traveling to every Major League Baseball park and raising money for an amazing organization, the Boys and Girls Club of America. You can go to thesuziehunter.com and donate. And again, it's such a fun thing. You're in Denver right now. You're going to go to the game tonight. Who are they playing?
Oh, it's Dodgers too. So it's going to be a great series. I'm really excited. I'm a low-key Rockies fan, so we'll see how it goes for me emotionally, but I'm very excited. It should be a really good game.
On your travels now, are people noticing you at ballpark? Are you seeing that people are like, hey, you're the girl that's traveling to all the baseball stadiums?
Yeah, so it actually happens at almost every ballpark at least once where someone comes up to me and they're like, Are you Suzie? But actually, so when we went to the Fan Fest stuff before the All-Star Game, and this guy looks at me, he's like, are you like a baseball Instagram person? I thought he was just like making fun of me, and I'm like, I guess. He's like, wait, are you Suzie, like the one who's doing the road trip? I'm like, yes. Oh, I thought you were just like messing with me. I thought you were just like making fun of me.
There you go.
So yeah, no, people I get recognized every once in a while, so that's really cool.
Well, that's cool that it's catching on. People are starting to hear more and more about what you're doing, and you're doing it for a good cause, so that's great as well. So enjoy Coors Field for the second. Wait, so this will be the third time this week you're at Coors Field?
Fourth time.
Oh, did they do the celebrity softball game there?
Yeah, so the celebrity softball game was there, and then I had All-Star Game, Home Run Derby, and then, this will be my fourth time there this week, and the woman who makes the nachos in Section 110 will be very happy to see me.
Are you sitting in 110 again?
No, I walk over there
Gotcha.
to get the nachos.
Not that anybody listening will be at the game tonight. I don't think anyway.
I severely doubt it.
I can check our geo to see if anybody's listening online from Denver right now, but I don't see anybody in a listening line yet. By the way, did you get a chance to go to the draft or check out any of the – because there is a local kid that got drafted here in the first round.
Yeah, no, I didn't have tickets for it, but I know some people that I know went to it, and apparently it was really cool. So, different. It's so cool what Denver was able to get together in just
a short amount of time.
Months.
Yeah, short amount of time. Again, check out thesuziehunter.com. If you're listening, you've been enjoying her trip. And then next week, we will find out on Friday, although I won't be here on Friday. So we'll have to try to I'm actually coaching. I coach a baseball team, and we won the states. We are going to regionals. So I will not be here because our team opens play in the regionals on Friday.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Yep, I will be in Altoona, PA, home of the Altoona Curve. There you go.
All right.
So
Beautiful this time of year.
Yes, so we will touch base with where you have been. That'll be fun because you will have chalked up a lot of ballparks when I get back the next time we get a chance to catch up. But follow her on Twitter and Instagram and the website, The Suzie Hunter, and donate. Do that for me. Everybody out there, donate for Suzie's trip because everybody listening knows that you would like to be Suzie right now, getting ready to go travel the Midwest and West for all these ballparks for the rest of the summer. So safe driving. Enjoy the game tonight.
Oh, thanks for having me on, Mike.
All right, Suzie Hunter is back, and we'll talk to her again soon. The Boys and Girls Club of America. Donate at thesuziehunter.com. All right, I'm Mike Gill. This is the Sports Bash, 97.3 ESPN. We appreciate her making time for us each Friday.